Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I'm out in the factory. What a surprise! My mission, should I decide to accept it today, is to build beer can rams. I'm out. So, I'm going to make this video, and then I'm going to get up and grab a great big old chunk of tubing and put it in the lathe and go to building beer can rams. I'll probably build, I don't know, maybe a dozen today. Try to get 20 built this weekend and try to get 6 or 7 super caps built this weekend, and that's basically it. There's probably a lot more I should do, but that's what I plan on doing. That's my target. Now, real quick, I wanted to talk about, not sure what to call it, I'll just tell you the story. I was approached by a person who builds wood stoves. The sheet metal kind that all fit together, all click together, you know, and then you set your pot on top of it, you know, they're like, yeah, triangular. Anyway, now he wanted me to design a special stove, not anything I already sell, which a lot of my stoves would work just fine, because all that wood stove would be kind of a windscreen and just a platform pot stand windscreen combo made out of titanium or whatever. So, you know, the Atomic would work fine for that, for a long cook, for you know, Bio 6 would be fantastic for it. But anyway, no. He wanted me to design him a stove, new design, something I don't sell, for his wood stove, because he wants to sell it in a package so you can burn wood or alcohol or esprit or anything else, kind of a universal fuel type thing. And something durable enough so you can use on the entire Appalachian Trail, and when you get done, feel good about it. I would build the stoves, design the stove, build it, and sell it to him, obviously at wholesale cost, so he can make a profit at it. He's not going to buy them at retail, obviously. And I would also have to, or probably end up talking about this stove, which obviously would lead me to, since the only place that was going to sell it would be him, would be to talk about his cook kit and endorse it, since it's got one of my stoves in it. That's logic. That would basically by default give this person access to my customer base, because I would be on YouTube talking obviously to my customer base about somebody else's wood stove cook kit. And a lot of my customers, if they were into burning wood, theoretically would buy it. So I wrote him back and told him that I was pretty busy. Between custom orders and regular orders, there wasn't really time to develop a new stove for him, and I basically wasn't interested. Personally, I didn't see any advantage to it for myself, other than taking my time to build a new design when I already have a design that'll work. So to be a different design just for the sake of being different, it wouldn't serve any unique purpose other than it would be different, something that I personally don't sell. You know me well enough to know I don't build stoves just to be different. If I don't come up with some benefit from them, I don't build them. Second off, I don't like wood stoves. Everybody knows that. Third off, spend a little time out on the trail, talk to a few people. Only ever saw one guy cook with wood. I've never ever seen in a pack or talked to anybody or seen anybody ever use one of these click together wood stoves where I am. They might be everywhere else in the world, but where I am, I've never seen anybody goof around with that. And the people that I have seen cook with wood, because they either ran out of fuel or that was was what they used. Just built a fire. Usually there's plenty of material around for rocks and stuff, and you can find enough small brush and stuff to break up to build a fire to heat your water. You don't need a metal stove. Wood fires are pretty easy to build, and you can, you know, not some people just build a fire up, and when it gets down to the coals, they set the pot on the coals. So this sheet metal wood stove thing, I don't get it, and I've never seen anybody use one. So my thought on this was, and I'm probably totally wrong on it, is this person had a fair amount of money invested in these stoves, and obviously they're nothing, unless he's got some really sophisticated equipment, they're nothing he built. They probably were stamped out by some company, and he's just filing the edges off of them and making sure they fit and putting them in boxes with all kinds of expensive graphics on them and shipping them out. And I suspect he's not selling, just my opinion, my feel for the whole thing, he's probably not selling very many of them, because I don't think that type of stove is very popular. So anyway, that's the deal. I'm not going to do it. In my opinion, you can always tell somebody who cooks with wood exclusively on the Appalachian Trail, because they always have a gray patina to them. They look like a hobo who doesn't have access to a shower and stuff, and they got a little soot on their face, and there's little burn holes in their clothes and stuff, and they smell like a chimney. Because every day, once or twice every day, they sit in front of a fire, and the smoke rolls over them, and the little cinders fly up and land on them. And you know, you do that day after day after day after day, and you don't have access to new clothes or a shower, it builds up on you. And you know, that's the way it is. That's the truth. A lot of people haven't heard that, but that's the truth. So I didn't want to be associated with a wood stove. My stoves are fine just the way they are. You've probably noticed on another note that I'm getting away from the remote feed and going to stoves that will run right off of a heat bottle and burn for 7 or 8 minutes all by themselves. That's because the remote feed, although it works great, requires, you can't use it just anyway. You got to have a fairly level area, and you have to get the height just right. And it's a pain in the butt. It works. If you're a deck packer, it's the way to go. But out on the Appalachian Trail, it's a bit of a pain in the bottom, especially if you're tired in the evening when you're cooking your meal. The SS1 is much easier, much more compact. You don't have to worry about, you know, bottle height and flooding and air in the line or any of that stuff. It's all takes care of all of it. Much better stove. So that's that. Now I read, and I laugh at this. I saw a video where a guy was promoting using a beer can pot in case your 12 centimeter pot got damaged. And his exact word, we all know how easy that is. Okay, go over and watch Shug Emery's Billy pot. That's a 12 centimeter Imusa pot. And it looks like he backpacked around the world 7 or 8 times with this pot. It's all dented up and black, and it's been used in wood fires and alcohol, and he's got a it looks like it's been through hell 3 times and still using it. So the idea that you would damage a 12 centimeter pot to the point where you couldn't use it is absurd. The person that said that was just uninformed. There we go. That's a nice way to put it. Or he was trying to sell another product or something. You see that a lot. Somebody trying to sell another product, so they say, you know, 12 centimeter pot, very, very delicate. You know, beer can pot's much better. Which goes against, you know, anybody with any common sense. And my viewers, I pride the common sense they have. You know, they know better than that. So anyway, I watched those videos, and this person approached me, and no, there's no advantage to it for me. I don't sell stoves wholesale, never have, never will. No advantage to it. I don't have great hordes of these stoves sitting around, 20, 30 cook kits, 40, 50 stoves sitting in a pile, you know, for a photo op, because I sell them pretty much as fast as I build them. You might see a dozen beer can rings on the weekend, but by the next weekend they're all gone. I build them again. And my photo op would be like a dozen beer can rings. That's because I built them that day. As far as, you know, I sell this stuff as fast as I make it. No, there's no incentive whatsoever to design something just to make it look different or somebody else. I'm a one-man show, and you know, that's the way it is. As far as me taking 10 days off, vacation to go do something else, I think we know that's impossible. I'd be so buried when I got back that I would probably never get caught up. It wouldn't be fair to my customers to stop shipping for 10 days. And I got to tell you, this shoulder is dogging me. It's healing up, but it's real slow. If I'd stop coming out here to the factory and stop building for 2 weeks, it'd probably heal up and be fine. I don't have that luxury. I can't take 2 weeks off and convalesce. Not going to happen. I can try to use this shoulder as little as possible, and it will slowly heal, but I don't have the luxury of taking 2 weeks off. I don't have the luxury of taking a 10-day vacation. This business is far too successful, and I have a reputation for shipping, you know, next day whenever possible. I can't do that. So take it for what it's worth. You know, that's my opinion. That 50 cents will get you a lukewarm cup of coffee, but that's the way it is. And that's my spin on the world today. And I got to quit playing with this video. I'm sitting here enjoying myself. It's getting late. I got a late start. I was up at 3:30 this morning and let Zeke out and check the fire and everything. But I got to get to work. I got to get going. I got to build some beer can rings, which in a way is kind of fun. I'll sit there in the chair and watch the power feed, and I'll get my beer can rings done. Got to make a trip to the transfer station today, and I'll surprise you on the next video. Show you something haven't done before. How's that? I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day. Try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.